appreciation throughout the game?
Yes, it was. I thought the Red Bulls were a very good team. We were fortunate to win the game. They had some good opportunities. They just couldn't convert. But overall, I was impressed with them. I thought they were good. And the young guy up front, first half, Henri, looks like he's got a good future. He was fantastic. He's a different class. He's still a world-class player.
Harry, what about our young center back Tim Ream and how he's able to handle Robbie Keane?
Yeah, he did a good job. There's a lot of talent in this country. I've always said that. You know, great athletes and you know, with experience and better players coming in again now. It can only help the young players, and there's certainly an awful lot of talent here.
How would you praise your team's performance?
It was okay. It was okay. We, you know, we're just back in training, and but with the players that we had available, you know, we did okay. But I thought we were fortunate to win. That's for sure.
When you look at the difference in atmosphere, what do you see? How would you characterize the difference in atmosphere between a match like tonight and what you used to have?
I enjoyed the atmosphere. I thought it was good. The crowd made plenty of noise. They've obviously learned plenty of songs. You know, Chelsea Reject to the goalkeeper. It's fantastic. Where they got that one from? Overall, it was a good atmosphere, and I think you come to any sporting event in the States and people come and enjoy themselves, don't they? And it's no trouble, no aggravation. Everybody's having a good time, and it's good.
I was just wondering if you've decided to, if you one day you leave Tottenham, would you mind a coaching position in the MLS?
I think I'll be too old. I love it. Yes, it's a great, you know, great country. And as I say, I was involved back in the 70s playing over here, and you know, I saw the talent then, and I thought they're really going to produce some great players. You know, and they've had a few come through, but I think that the game is now ready to really take off here. So, who knows?
Do you think there'll be sort of a moment that will come that will turn things here, or do you think it's just a gradual thing?
I think it's gradual. I mean, you know, it's not one man's not going to turn it. You know, David. You know, when I was out in the 70s, you know, you had in New York, for instance, you know, you had Pelé, Beckenbauer, Carlos Alberto, all the great players around the world. I think now there's more, you know. And also a lot of players have come into the league maybe past their prime. I think now you've got Thierry Henry still wants to come and prove he's a world-class player, which I think he will do. If you can get the right people come over here, I think it's important you get the right professionals come over who want to help the young players, not just come and take the big paydays, come and work, pass their experience on to the young American boys, and that will be a big help.
How does he do that? How does he prove that he's a world-class player?
He proves that every day on the training ground with his attitude, the way he comes out and works, passing on information, talking to the young players, you know, showing stuff, you know, the movement that he makes, you know, talking to the strikers especially, helping them with their game. It can rub off on, you know, I just think the best form of coaching is to watch good players play. And if you've got good players and young guys can come and look at them and study them, you'll learn an awful lot about the game.
Could you evaluate your team heading into the EPL season this year?
Yeah, I think we're going to be good. You know, I said yesterday, I think we've maybe 2 or 3 players short of, you know, if we're going to push on. I still feel we need to strengthen the squad in 1 or 2 areas. But this group that we're here, there's 10 World Cup players that obviously couldn't make the trip. They're all back home now training, so when everybody's available, I think we'll be strong again. But it's going to be a tough division. I think Man City are going to be one of the teams to beat this year for sure. You know, I think it'll be difficult to keep them at the top 4 this year. They finished 5th last year, but this season, the money they've got at their disposal, it's frightening what they could achieve really.
Is there like any jealousy of seeing how some of the teams can just spend money like crazy and maybe you don't have that exact same?
Not really. No. I mean, we're one of the haves really. I mean, you know, there's teams way below us in the division who have got nowhere near the resources that we've got. So we're one of the lucky ones. We haven't got the resources of Man City, that's for sure. But then nobody has. You know, they're a league apart. I think in terms of you know, what they've got to spend, the backing they've got now, you know, with the owner from Abu Dhabi's money seems to be no problem. So, and they'll keep buying great players until eventually I think they'll win the championship.
Xavier Lebron from MLS.com. Back to the game tonight, games. You were surprised at all by the way the Red Bulls played against your team?
Yeah, I was, well, not surprised. No, I knew it would be difficult. But I thought they had some good players. You know, the work front, the number 10 was a very skillful player. You know, he's from Senegal. I think he's got good ability. You know, Thierry Henry up there. You know, the American kids at the back was quick. They were good. They were a good team. But I was impressed with California. We went down to San Jose, and I was impressed with them as well. They were good. They played very well. So certainly the league here it looks good. It looks good. It looks in good shape. The two teams I've seen, I've been very impressed with.
When you talked about 5 years, it's ready to break out. What do you mean by that in terms of getting better players, more fans, getting more reputation, a better
well, selling the game in every respect, really. But certainly, I think I was impressed with the USA team in the World Cup. They proved once again that they can play on a big stage with anybody. You know, in all fairness, they were better than England this year at the World Cup. They were better than France. They were better than Italy. You know, they were very unlucky to go out the World Cup, but they did. I could see them getting through. You know, that game when they got beat. I felt sure they was going to win that night. They were a better team. So they've done great, and the coach, I was impressed with the way he coached his team, the way they were organised. And we had people like Landon Donovan come to England last year and play in the Premier League and did excellent. And I think there was quite a few lads in that USA team that could come and play in the Premier League. The boy Bradley, I thought was outstanding.
Harry, with the MLS season starting in March near the end of the English season, do you think it's feasible that perhaps there could be loan situations set up where maybe younger players that haven't gotten a lot of games could be coming here to play the first half of the season?
Yeah, but they've got to be good because you're not going to send average kids over. You're not going to get a game because they won't be good enough to get into that team. That team today, you know, I look at the Red Bulls team, you wouldn't be sending just kids over that can't make it in England because they probably wouldn't make it here either because it's a difficult team to get into.
Do you think it would you consider feasible to send a player?
Oh, for sure. If I thought we had people that were going to be first team players in the future, you know, were outstanding young players, it would do them good to come here and play. Be a great experience for them. Great place to come. I'd be able to come over and scout them for a few weeks. Thank you.